Greetings, it's 2K Sports bringing you live coverage of the NBA. This is our Sunday night broadcast. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Mirotic. This one for three. Knocks down the long J.
And now the game is really starting to flow. We should be in for a good one.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
Here's Baberovic. It's a three-point game. Puts up a three. They get it again. To the right side. Screen by Marjanovic. Clock at 4. To the middle. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. About a minute into this first quarter, a moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. I asked him what he told his team in regards to how to guard Paul George tonight. He told me Paul is a tremendous player. I told our guys that when he's attacking, we need to help one another out. It has to be a team effort defending him. So it sounds like he'll be sending plenty of defenders PG-13's way.
Thanks for that, Allie.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And the first one at the line is good. So hits one and misses one at the line. Takes a three. It's hauled in by Baberovic.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that open.
Baldwin's shot is good.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And he comes up with a bucket.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Here's Baldwin. And Marjanovic gets it to go.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
And there's a pick. With the floater. He can't get it to go. Hayes, the pass to Melli. Here's Baldwin. Here's Baberovic. Down low. The three is up. Well, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over.
Goes to the away team.
They set the pick. Tries it from the top of the key. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Hayes with it, with the drive. And it's Mirotic with the rebound. Pure from three-point range. 5 points in the game.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Here's Hayes. And he banks in the layup. A minute 31 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Mirotic. the three-pointer off the mark.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Here's Melly. The layup misses.
Might like a do-over there. Quality look inside.
Pass to Mirotic. Let's go with a three. That shot is off. 59 seconds left in the first quarter.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots. Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that. Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Baldwin's gone 2 for 3 from the field. The three. No good. That's his third miss out of 5 attempts. Pass to Baberovic. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Shot from the top of the key. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Here's Melly. Still no points. Screen by Marjanovic. Here's Baldwin. With 1 on the clock. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And that does it for the first quarter. They're up by 5. And back in a moment as we'll get underway. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
Yeah, look, and whether it's a point-blank putback or a kick out for an open three, offensive rebounds usually generate quality shots.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the three ball.
It's tipped, and he gets it back. Drills it from deep.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Pass to Birch. Here's Guduric. There's a screen. 6 to shoot. Brooks defending. There's the three. First shot won't go. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. He takes it in.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would... Oh, a highlight! What a slam!
Oh, my.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
It takes precision timing for sure.
Away team foul. Armani Brooks. First personal foul. First team foul.
Two minutes now played in the second quarter. Lets it fly. And he hits the jumper. The visitors with the ball. 6-point game. Right wing. Five to shoot. Got a hand on it, and they'll keep possession. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
1:56 left to play in the second quarter. The jumper from the wing off target.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
To the paint. Here's McCormick. No points yet. Back to Brooks. From downtown. Rebounded by Birch.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
And we've got 1:18 left in the first half. Birch with a screen on Brooks to the inside. And Birch slams it in.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of them.
Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. There's 45 seconds left in the second. Pass to McCormick. To the middle. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Beyond the arc. And can't connect on that one. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. It's tipped. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. They lead by 6. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Hey, have you guys cast your all-star votes yet?
Oh, I'm online right now. Voting it up, Ernie. Got to get my picks in.
Yeah, me too. And looking back on the first half of our game, it hasn't gone according to plan for the home team. That does it for halftime.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. They've got Hayes, Boban Marjanovic out there with Nico Melli, and it's Baldwin in at the point. Baberovic can't get it to go. Baberovic has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. They get it back. Out to the right wing. Inside. Picked it out of midair. Now here's Hayes. Tightly guarded. It's deflected. And they're pushing it up. Here's Balmaro. Offensive rebound. Here's Mirotic. Pass to Balmaro. Just 4 to shoot. Another shot. And he sinks the layup.
The defense tightens up, so he adjusts. Nice play.
Balmaro's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them. It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And it knocks down the first one.
Shooting for the away team.
So he gets them both.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Here's Baldwin. 7 points in the game. In transition, here they come. Misses from close range.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. That three's off the mark. He's defended by Hayes. And that one's good. 5 points in the game.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Launches it from deep. Beberovic can't get it to go.
Trying to get it going. Only 1 for 5 to start the second half.
Pass to Balmaro. Spins. The turnaround jumper. He can't hit that time.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Yes, it's good. Hayes has got his second basket.
Woohoo! Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And he makes it on the layup.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Baldwin. No good off the back of the rim.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Fires it. And the basket by Balmaro. Balmaro's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, it's almost impossible to stop that turnaround, Jay. That's a shot he worked on endlessly in the offseason.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Baldwin's gone 50% shooting tonight. 4 of 8. There's a screen. To the left side wing. From deep. It's hauled in by Marjanovic. Marjanovic got his 4th rebound in this one. And there's the drive. Baldwin's shot is off. The 3. Melly with a rebound. Out to the right wing. Pass to Beberovic. The 3 ball. Hits a 3-pointer. Beberovic has got 5 now.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Some solid defense from Hayes. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Fires the 3. No good.
Well, he competed for that rebound. You love to see him getting in there and scrapping for the ball.
Yeah, he just establishes position and stands firm. That's how you earn your rebound, with strong, solid technique.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
At the line for your home team, Boban.
First one falls for him.
2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
3-pointer. Fires in the triple. 5 points in the game. Here's Baldwin. The third quarter comes to a close. They're up by 8. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us.
Who's watching this?
offline from the top of the key.
I'm not sure how he's going to explain that shot later.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Brooks from outside. And they recover it. McCormick. Rebounded by Birch.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Birch with a screen on Brooks. Yes! He nails it!
Stepping up in the big moment. I mean, an incredible job of finding his shot.
Nice job taking the initiative. Coaches will encourage you to take that if you have a good look.
Home team foul. Olsen. First personal foul. First team foul.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Misses from short range. Here we go, one-on-one. Lets it go from 14. No good there. He's guarded by Birch. From outside, off the mark. Down low. Uncovered. Not going to go that time. Brooks outside. Here's the pick. No good on the three. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Pass to Birch. Here's Goodrich. Brooks defending. Back to Birch. Clock at 6. 4-3. He's off on that one.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
And the layup falls.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. From deep three-point land. McCormick with a rebound. McCormick's got 4 rebounds now. Brooks from outside. Doesn't go that time. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
First personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the visiting team. Off the inbound, no good.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second. And that makes it a 7-point lead. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Hook loose. Three-pointer. That shot off. Here's Goodrich. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Driving inside. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Good on the first. And that puts him up 5. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line.
He hits the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Taking 2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
Hey, a steady hand at the line in a tough situation. He narrows it to a 1-possession game.
The drive by Brooks. Lays it up and banks it in. 1:16 left in the final quarter. Here's Guterich. Pass to Birch. Four on the clock. To the paint. Ooh, it's stolen away. And here's the fast break. The quick look, no good that time.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
First clean look they have, I mean, they've got to take it.
Yeah, and it basically all comes down to this. If they come away empty here, this one's pretty much over.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And I think we'll see him milk the clock a bit.
Yeah, seems like the heady move right now.
Now here's Brooks. Tight defense on him. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
And that about wraps it up.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Fall at the center, locking down the middle.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Biberovic. There's a good screen. Baldwin can't get it to go. And here is Marjanovic. And it's Hayes in the corner. Pass to Baldwin. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Three-pointer. A nice shot by Baldwin.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work. Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Puts up a deep three. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. From deep three-point territory, it's rebounded by Hayes. Pass to Biberovic. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
First free throw is good.
taking 2 shots.
He hits both from the stripe. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here's Baldwin.
Oh. You got to be kidding.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Here's Papanikolaou to the paint. Knocked loose. Pass to Vezenkov. To the wing on the left. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. We talked about tackling the quote-unquote Sabonis problem. Coach said, we want to challenge Sabonis as early and often as possible. We'd rather see him pass the ball than find his own shot, and especially inside. Well, they'll try to battle Sabonis in the paint. We'll see how that works out. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Baldwin. He's got 5. Takes it off the glass. Baldwin's got 7.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches. Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Pass to Biberovic. Here's Baldwin. He has 7. There's the 3. No good that time.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
For 3, Fournier. Good on the triple.
Evan Fournier.
6 points for him.
Well, you love the shooter's mentality that Evan Fournier possesses, thinking of pulling up before he even makes the catch.
To the inside, Biberovic.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
1:16 left in the first quarter. Here's Papanikolaou, covered by Hayes. Here's Vezenkov. They get it back. Out left to the wing. Pass to Fournier. Lets it go from deep. The putback. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. There's 47 seconds left in the first.
Clearly a foul.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
Team. Baldwin. 2 shots. The play is under video review under NBA rules. 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Here's Baldwin. Will not drop. He's shooting 3 for 8 and not happy about it.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Here's Vezenkov, and he drops it in from the low post.
And how about that exhale there? Finally gets one to fall through 6 attempts.
A nice shot by Baldwin. Baldwin's got 11 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Fournier's shot is off. Here's Biberovic. Stripped away. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. They lead by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
A baseline J. The shot by Birch, no good. Pass to Dorsey. Got a piece of it. Here's Colson. Fires top of the key. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Here's Peters. Offensive rebound. That one misses. Now, here's Birch. Defense is right there. Gutteridge, the pass to Colson. This one for three. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often. And, of course, he makes good use of it.
Pass to Peters. The three. Buries the long-range jumper. Peters has got 5 points in the quarter.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Away team foul.
On Monday, then on Sunday.
First team foul. At the line for your home team.
And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Evans attacking. Here's Dorsey. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Dorsey's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Covered by Evans. Pass to Colson. Beyond the arc. Can't get it to go. He's taken two and missed two. Jacks up a three. The shot by Dorsey, no good. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Finished off the break. 5 points in the game.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good. How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Lets it go with a three. Connects from three-point range.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Stolen away. And it ends up out of bounds.
The ball goes to the away team.
A tight game here in Atlanta. Evans kicks to Peters. There's the triple. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Gutteridge. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Peters. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Peters has got 8 points in the quarter.
And shooting better from three-point range here in the second, but overall still struggling right around 30% from beyond for the game.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break. Mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
And he makes the first. He's perfect from the line this time.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Pass to Fall. Poke loose. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Birch with it. Here's Gutteridge. He's got 6. Outside Fournier. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Outside Fournier. Pass to Papanikolaou. Here's Vezenkov. They get the rebound. Fires the 3.
Away team foul. First personal foul. Second team foul.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first half. There's the drive. And he jams that one in.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Here's the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Vezenkov's got 7 points in the game. Here's Gutteridge. From deep. That one's not going to go. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Leading by just 1. We'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Thank you for being with us. Now,
and after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. They've got Marjanovic. Baldwin out there with Hayes. And it's Biberovic in at the 2 spot. And it's Evans missing.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
We've got Baldwin. Hayes out there with Marjanovic. And it's Biberovic in at the 2. Now here's Evans. Hasn't made one yet.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Here's Baldwin, covered by Evans. They set the pick. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Dorsey.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Pass to Peters for the 3. It's rebounded by Baldwin. Here's Biberovic. Now Marjanovic. 90 seconds now into the second half. Shot clock at 5. Here's Biberovic. And the 3 off target. Here's Dorsey, covered by Hayes. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Biberovic. 6 points for him. The tray. Peters grabs the miss.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Another shot. Pass to Dorsey. Kicks it out to Evans. Now Dorsey. Here's Milutinov. It's rebounded by Hayes. Lets the three fly. A nice shot by Baldwin. Baldwin's got 14.
But the D giving him a little bit of space beyond the three-point line, and that's all the room he needs.
From deep, Evans. No good there.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Kicked away. Shoots. The shot by Dorsey, no good.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's Hayes, and that one good.
Well, when you're in transition, the pass should lead the break, and that's exactly what was done in easy 2.
Here's Milutinov, and it's Melly with the rebound. 1:51 left in the third quarter of the game. Biberovic.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction. Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Here's Baldwin, covered by Evans. A three ball. That shot misses.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Dorsey. His three-pointers off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Biberovic. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 10.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And here's Evans outside. Second chance effort. And it's Melly with the rebound. Melly's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Biberovic. And he finishes nicely on the way. Biberovic has got 12 points in the game.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
To the right side. Over to the wing. Taken away by Hayes. And they're running. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. The shot's good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Puts up a deep three. A rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 4th rebound in this one. A nice shot by Melly.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
And he trains the three, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And not so fast. The official.
The previous play is under review.
Right before we go to the 4th.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they're keeping the call as is. It was close, but he had not released it before the clock had expired.
Yeah, still better safe than sorry. I think they did the right thing to take another look at it. And if it's so close that you can't tell by the naked eye, might as well go to the slow-mo.
And as we end the third quarter, a great game.
Come on, fans.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Vezenkov in at the 4 spot. Now Birch, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your home team, Birch.
That's good from Birch. And both free throws good for Birch. Here's Papanikolaou. It's Fournier on the wing. Here's Papanikolaou. Puts up a three. And it's Vezenkov missing. Pass to Colson. Here's Gutteridge. Down low. Colson passes to Birch.
Away team foul. Foul. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Five on the clock. Kept alive. Over to the left wing. Off target from three-point range. For three, Fournier drains the three-pointer.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Pass to Colson. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
With the drive.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Off from three-point range. Fournier in the corner. Pass to Vezenkov. Here's Fall. Second chance shot. Here's Papanikolaou. Three-pointer. Birch grabs the board. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
He tries for three. Fournier pulls it down. Here's Vezenkov. The quick look, no good that time. Pass to Birch.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
No good with the layup. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the fourth. Fournier for three. Boom, he jams it straight down.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Pass to Colson. To end the drought. Sinks the triple.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Launches it from deep. And it's Vezenkov missing.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Here's Gutteridge. Fournier for three. Here's Papanikolaou. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game. Pass
to Colson. Low block shot on the way, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Third team foul. At the line for your home team, Coulson. Taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
The 3. It's rebounded by Gutteridge.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3 ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Here's Vazenkov. Takes the 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Fall. Can't get it to fall. And so they get the victory here at home. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, and just effective in terms.
Folks, thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. In transition, here they come. Here's Balmaro. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Here's Vasenkov. There's the triple. Right. It's good on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
There's the screen. Pass to Balmaro. About a minute played here so far in the first. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You take a look at the home team. They slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
You know, right now for the visiting team, they've had a much better than expected season. They're just continuing to chug along. It's evident that they're a team to be reckoned with.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. When I asked about guarding the big man, Domantas Sabonis, he told me his versatility is really tremendous. I told our guys to be aware of not just his scoring ability, but to clog up any passing lanes they see, because he can really move the ball too. It's going to take a total team effort from us. Let's see how things play out.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Here's Balmaro. There's the drive. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Off target from outside. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. The shot by Vasenkov, no good. And they're running for the finish. Oh, a huge slam. An exclamation point on that break.
Nice basic one-hander there.
Hey, I think he got some extra bounce off the ground on that one. Here's Fournier. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Pass to Balmaro. Let's go with a 3. Knocks down the triple. Balmaro's got 7 points.
Out to a hot start. 4 makes and 5 shots to begin this ball game.
Here's Vazinkov. Launches it. The shot off that time. Here we go. From down in the low post, it goes. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Papanikolaou. Back to Fournier. Here's Vazinkov. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Mirotic with the rebound.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
And here's the fast break. Finally gets one to go. That makes him 1 for 5 in this game.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Here's Balmaro. Fournier covering. And the basket by Balmaro. 9 points in the game.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Over to the wing. Outside Fournier. Nails it from beyond the arc. Fournier's got his second bucket on the night.
Good job finding the clean look behind the arc.
Kept alive. Here's Balmaro. And a miss there on the triple. Balmaro's gone just 1 for 4 from deep. Launches a 3. Here's Wright. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. The rebound by Vazinkov. The 3. The shot that time not on target. Here's Balmaro. No good on the buzzer beater. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Up 2. And we'll... And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
That one's good. This game is all even.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
And here's Brooks. Pass to McCormick. A deep 3. That shot missing. Here's Peters. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. 3-pointer. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Proving once again, he is one of the best shooters in the league.
Jacks up a 3. Second chance effort. Pass to Dorsey. Here's the break. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Deflected. And here comes the break. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They gotta keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Dorsey. Still without a bucket. Here's Peters. Knocked loose. 3-on-3. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And they just haven't been able to get back at all on the defensive end.
Here's Evans.
That's his second, and I think they'll keep him in, but he's got to be careful. A third, and he'll sit for the rest of the half.
Second team foul.
The home team on D. To the left wing. And miss after miss right now. Here in quarter two, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Lets the three fly. That shot off the mark. Brooks has gone 1 for 3 on the night. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
We've seen scoring totals increasing, and fans might appreciate it, but NBA VP and head of basketball ops Joe Dumars said, quote, "I think what fans really want to see is incredible competition. The score is secondary to that. And guys, you talk about competing, Joe D brought it at both ends of the floor."
No doubt about that. Well said, Allie. Inside. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's McCormick. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Driving in. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
I just love the ball movement.
Here's Evans. Brooks defending. Pass to Dorsey. Here's Peters. And the three off target.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Brooks outside. Here he goes. Here's McCormick. Shot clock at 6. No good with the triple. And 1:01 left in the first half of this game. To the wing, right side. Evans. They grab their own miss. To the inside. Here's Peters. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot. Picks up his 3rd foul. We'll see now what coach decides to do from here.
Second team foul.
Pass to Dorsey. Unloads. Second chance shot. Gets another look. Here's Peters. From downtown. Drains the triple.
Smart decision to kick it out to another guy once the defense is fixated on him in the paint.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how that plays out.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
First personal foul, first team foul.
He's off on the first.
Number 7.
And he can't make the second free throw either. He missed them both. Here's Dorsey. Misses the 3. So we conclude the first half. Up by 10. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Visiting team, 16.
Hey, taking a look at the visitors. They've come up a little short of expectations. The talent is unquestioned, but their focus has been wavering.
And looking now at that first half, anything that could have gone wrong did go wrong for the visiting team. That's it for us.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. So it's the home team now. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Here's Balmaro. There's the drive. Fournier with a rebound. Fires for three. The shot by Vezenkov, no good. In transition. Here's Balmaro. Wright with the board. Wright's got 5 rebounds in the game. Balmaro's gone 40% from the floor in 10 attempts. And unable to corral the miss as it goes out of play. And he lays it up and in.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Trying to claw their way back into this.
And the best way to do that, minimize your mistakes and take good shots.
Home team foul. Number 1. First personal foul. First team foul.
Fournier for 3.
Off to a bit of a slow start in the second half. 0 for 3 so far.
From deep. Nails it from 3. He's got 5.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Here's Papanikolaou. And a two-handed jam.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. From the arc. Wright with the board. Wright's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Fournier for 3. Sinks it from distance. Fournier's got 8 points.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
Here's Papanikolaou. Sends it home from three-point land.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not. Even though it wasn't a clear path, he knows that that's a shot he should make more oftentimes than not.
Pass to Vezenkov. This one for 3. Can't hit that one.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
To the left side wing. Takes a 3. He can't get that one to fall.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
Tries again. And it's Wright missing. Wright's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Here's Mirotic. Gets the 3 to fall.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Tries to hit him. Tipped. And they're running. Hits the trifecta. Give him 8.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Fournier for 3. It's not going to go for him.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, there are some players who felt the 65-game requirement for postseason awards was too high. The NBA's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, said, quote, "You're still allowed to miss 20% of the season. People pay to go, and they want to see their stars play." Brian, it's all about the fans.
True enough, Allie. Thanks. Pass to Mirotic. From outside the arc. The shot, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Here's Papanikolaou. They get the rebound, and he dunks it down.
Just great energy on the offensive glass that's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that is sure to give them a spark. And that one's good.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. For three, knocks down the long J. Vezenkov's got 5 points in the quarter.
Didn't get a three in the first half, but now he's on the board with his first triple of the game.
There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Three seconds left. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. They're up by 11. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the same page. Woo.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Puts up a three. Connects from downtown.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Here's Dorsey. Lets it go from deep. That one doesn't drop. Here's McCormick. Six on the shot clock. Good on the shot. It's been a devastating night for them. Nothing has come easy, Grant.
Nothing indeed. Even when they've tried to make adjustments, it just hasn't worked.
Oh, it's stolen. Knocked away.
First personal foul, second team foul.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, RJ, there have been so many great rivalries over the years. It's part of what makes the NBA special.
It elevates the league when there are great teams always meeting on the biggest stage. It makes everyone pay attention when the best players are matched up against each other.
Is still looking for his first bucket. You can't put all their struggles on him tonight, but he's been brutal.
Hey, from beyond the arc. No luck on that one. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here to end the run. And the layup is up and in.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Fires the three. Buries it from three.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Since halftime, they've been chucking up more shots from beyond the arc, trying to score in chunks.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Evans. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Here's Dorsey. And the layup is good off the glass. Dorsey's gotten his first basket of the night.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Takes the three. Tries to keep it alive. And they get it back. They set the screen. On target from range.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
To the wing on the left. Tries the spin move. Out to the wing from deep. And he can't get that one. In transition, here they come. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First team foul. At the line for the away team.
That free throw, no good.
2 shots.
Good on the second one.
I couldn't hit them all, and they need every point they can get.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
The three. Unable to get that one.
Another missed three, and he seems determined to shoot his way out of it.
Drives to the hoop.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang. There's the three. Drills it from deep.
Their focus has been terrific. They really put on a clinic here today.
The opposition had no answer for them. The way they attacked them relentlessly was so impressive, man. That was a good win.
Pass to McCormick. And we've got 28 seconds left in the final quarter. Three-pointer off the mark. Here's Dorsey. Offensive board. Here's Peters. Fires the three. The shot by Dorsey, no good. And so they get the victory here at home. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they did.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Marjanovic. He's out there with Baldwin. And it's Biberovic in at the shooting guard position. Here's Melli. Marjanovic, a screen on Mirotic. Clock is at 3. Melli passes to Marjanovic. And they're on the break. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Here's Baldwin. There's the three. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
First personal foul, first team foul.
Here's Paul Morrow. Misses the three. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul.
Team foul. Shooting for the away team.
And the free throw, no good.
One shot.
About 1 minute into the first. Lets it go from deep. Baldwin can't get it to go.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Drops in the tray.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
To the wing right side. Here's Melly. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Miritich against Marjanovic. The rebound by Biberovic. Pass to Baldwin. Driving the lane. That's tipped. And here they come. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. It's rebounded by Baldwin. Knocked away. That's in. He's got two made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Biberovic. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. One-on-one here. Out to the wing. There's a screen. Launches it. The shot comes out.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. For 3. The rebound by Biberovic. Here's Melly. Pulls it up. And a little luck that time, but it drops. 1:41 left here in the opening quarter. Inside, it's stolen by Marjanovic. And here we go. Here's Hayes. Bangs home the trifecta.
That fast break 3 is one of his favorite shots. He's never afraid to pull it up from deep.
Shot to stop the run. The rebound by Biberovic. Biberovic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Melly. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
From the arc. They grab their own miss. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Up and in on the layup. He's got 7.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
To the left wing, shoots the 3. Does not score with that shot. It's his second miss against 2 made shots.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And the shot is good.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Pass to Marjanovic. Right wing, fires from deep. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that concludes the first quarter of play. They lead by 5. We've got... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Shields hits the three-point bomb.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Off target with his 3. Pass to Balmaro. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
It's his first trip to the line. That one drops. He ties it up. Here's Colson. The layup off target. It's good.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Out to the wing. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Shields misses the 3. To the paint, Shanla. That one's off, still out of sync.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go, even with the defense not really a factor.
Here's the screen. Knocks down the 3-ball. He's got 12.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Alders.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin? Wow.
I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. Fires for 3. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. Here's Balmaro. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And it's off from 3-point range. Colson's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Balmaro, the pass to Mirotic. Here's Balmaro. Back to Mirotic. Shot clock at 6. Shields. The rebound by Colson. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
We've got 1:55 left in the first half of basketball. From downtown, third time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor so far. Driving inside. It balls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Now, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Covered by Mirotic, and he gets it to go.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Shields. No good on the 3.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark. Now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
There's the pick. He takes it in. 46 seconds left in the first half of the game. Offensive rebound. Schonla. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Back to Mirotic. Fires the 3. He can't get that one. They push it up 4 on 3. 20 seconds left in the first half. To the inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Unloads. Gets a very good look and converts. He's got 5. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. They're up by 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
You take a look at the home team. You expect this game to go down to the wire, and if it does, it'll be good for the coaches. Even before the game started, you could feel the energy in this arena, man. They fed off that. Big-time home court advantage here.
And that's a halftime.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And he makes good on the way.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
We've got Baldwin. He's out there with Marjanovic. And it's Melli in at the power forward. Here's Cozier. Launches a 3. Hits it from three-point range.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous lapse there defensively.
Here's Baldwin. He has 7, and it's good. 2 points. Baldwin's got 9.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And it's in there.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And that one is hammered home.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Here's McCormick. Here's Cozier. Over to the left wing. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Here's Biberovic. Picked him clean. And here comes the break. Pass to McCormick. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Covered by Hayes. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Quizier. From outside, off the mark. One-on-one fast break. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Second shot opportunity. Bucket is good.
Man, that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Pass to Hayes. Here's Biberovic. Here's Melly. And here's Hayes. And Hayes throws it down.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Baldwin's gone 6 of 8, so shooting well at 75% here. Good work there as it goes.
Say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Pass to Melly. Hayes with it. 1:09 left to play in the third. Melly passes to Hayes from 7. McCormick with the rebound.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Guarded by Marjanovic. Here's McCormick. Scoreless thus far. To the wing on the left. From outside the arc. Sinks the triple. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter. Poked away. Here's Biberovic. Pass to Melly. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Melly's got 6.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
It could go. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Up by 4. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Out to the right wing. Down low, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Pass to McCormick. To take the lead. The shot by Colson, no good. Colson's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. They set the screen. Clock at 6. Wow. Here's the break. Here's Cozier. And right through it goes.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
A nice shot by Gutteridge.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Sinks that one from the post. Smart accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Over to the wing. Out to the right wing. To the right side. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Balmora. No good from outside.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And the offense starting to click for them this half. They've raised that field goal percentage quite a bit since the break.
They set the pick. And he goes in for the dunk.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Just 5 to shoot. Puts it up. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic just got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. To the middle. Here's Gutteridge. It's tipped. Here's Balmora. They get it back. There's 1:26 left in the 4th quarter. It's going to take something special for him to make a comeback here.
And the question, Kevin, is do they have the time to do it and the patience? You'd have to say it's a long shot.
Outside for Mirotic. Takes a 3. The rebound by Colson.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
And you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
$18 feet out. Misses off the right iron.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Down low. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
26 seconds left in the game. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
11 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Pass to Balmora. Just 4 to shoot. From deep 3-point territory. And so the home crowd treated to a win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Nico Melli is out there with Hayes. Then it's Boban Marjanovic, and it's Beberovic in at the 2 guard. And there's a pick. Three-pointer, no good. Hayes against Fournier. Baldwin, the pass to Hayes. To the right side. Here's Baldwin, 5 on the clock. Off target with the 3. Now here's Fournier. Buries it down low.
And it's hard to deal with Fournier if you're defending him. I mean, he makes good decisions, whether he's passing or shooting the ball, and that makes him hard to guard.
Here's Baldwin. Drained it for 2 points.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Pass to Vezenkov. Oh, they get a hand on it. And they're on the run. Here's Melli. It's hauled in by Fall. Here's Vezenkov. It's hauled in by Marjanovic. Out to the right wing. Here's Melli. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Pass to Fournier. Beyond the arc. That one is off. And they're on the break. Baldwin, the pass to Marjanovic. Hayes in the high post. Clock at 6. The 3 ball. And Marjanovic gets it to go.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Here's Vezenkov. First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Down low. Fall. Nice touch on the shot from close range.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Here's Baldwin. Pass to Beberovic. Here's Baldwin.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
The shot by Melli, no good. Melli's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter. Right wing. Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Vezenkov. Fires it from 18. Fall. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Just an absolute force on the glass. He was not going to be denied.
Baldwin, the pass to Melli. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. To the middle. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Here's Papanikolaou. Over to the wing. Here's Vezenkov. No good from outside. It's a one-on-one situation. Here's Melli. And he gets that one. Melli's got his second basket of the night. 54 seconds left in the first. Here's Papanikolaou. He's defended by Hayes. Pass to Vezenkov. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Here's Baldwin. 29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. No good that time.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot. Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard. No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. They're up by 4. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
Now here's Birch. To the inside. And Birch slams it in.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
The shot by Dorsey, no good. Here's the break. Here's Goodrich. Knocks down the triple.
With the defense trying to protect the interior, he pulls at the arc and drains it.
Pass to Evans. Into the lane. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. And here's Birch. Here's Goodrich. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Dorsey. And the three-pointer goes.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Pass to Birch. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Evans.
You know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Second chance effort. And it's good on the lay-in.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. There's a screen by Birch. Inside. And Birch slams it in.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
First team foul.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
The three is up. Peters' shot is good. Peters has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Pass to Birch. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Evans. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by.
First personal foul, second team foul.
Here's Dorsey.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Here's the 3. He can't get it to go. Dorsey's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Here's Goodrich. And there's 1:45 left in the second period. Just 5 to shoot. Down low. Off with the layup. Here's Dorsey. Here's Peters. Here's Evans. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Well, I tell you what, the big guy knows how to do that. Throw it down.
.55 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Rob. Here's Dorsey. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Third team foul.
And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
There's 31 seconds left in the first half.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's Evans. Here's Peters. The three is up. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
There's a screen by Birch. Drops in the layup for 2.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation. Puts it up off the inbound. Can't get it to drop.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Leading by a point. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul, first team foul.
The first free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Boban Marjanovic out there with Nico Melli. Then there's Hayes, and it's Baldwin in at the 1 to the paint. Here's Marjanovic. Blocked! Outside Fournier. From behind the arc. Here's Fall. It's hauled in by Marjanovic. It's a neck-and-neck game in Chicago. Pass to Hayes. All alone. And that one drops. Hayes has gotten his second bucket of the game. So it's the home team now. Here's Vezenkov. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And, you know, after starting 0 for 3 this half, they finally get one down.
That's tipped. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Papanikolaou. Pure from three-point range. He's got 5.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman. Fournier solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
Screen by Marjanovic. Melli, the pass to Marjanovic. The rebound by Vezenkov.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity, gone awry.
And it's Fournier penetrating. Banked it in off the glass.
Tenaciousness of Fournier, man. It does not matter who's guarding him. I mean, he's making it and taking it all the way to the cup.
Here's Baberovic. He's scoreless. Looking to win the run. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And the free throw, no good. Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Fall. Here's the break. Here's Hayes. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy just never lets up.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Here's Vezenkov. Fournier for three. It's Hayes with the rebound. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Baberovic can't get it to go. Baberovic has gone 1 for 3 on the night. Down low from the right block. Over to the left wing. Here's Papanikolaou. Chalk up 2 there. He's got 7.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Marjanovic passes to Baldwin. Back to Marjanovic. Pass to Melli. The 3. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Vezenkov off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
Yeah, I tell you what, for him, this has been a game to forget. But somehow they still find themselves with the lead.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Now here's Fournier. Launches a 3. Got a hand on it. Here's Baldwin. Pass to Marjanovic. 1:14 left in the third quarter. The shot's good. Melli's got 6.
You make your teammates better by giving them good passes. That one was perfect.
Here's Vezenkov. Off target from 3-point range.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage junk there.
Melli, the pass to Baldwin. Inside for the tie. Marjanovic can't hit.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Marjanovic gone 2 of 5 from the field here. And there's the rejection. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. Ball passes to Fournier. He buries it from 3.
And Fournier has been an absolutely lights-out long-distance shooter. Every season, he's been in the league.
Melli gets the bucket. Give him 8 points now.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
The shot by Vezenkov, no good. Here's Baldwin. Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, man. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but...
And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Leading by a point. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. There's a screen by Birch to take the lead. Out to the right wing. To the inside. 6 to shoot. Puts up a deep three. Offensive rebound. Out to the right wing. Nails it from beyond the arc.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Here's Evans.
Away team foul. Will book it. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Dorsey. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Takes the three. The shot comes out.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Here's Peters. Drains the triple.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Pass to Guduric. To the middle. Here's Birch. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Here's Peters. There's the three. Rebounded by Birch.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Let's go with a three. That shot, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
He goes up and throws it down on the coast-to-coast drive.
And just good hustle. Always nice to get an easy bucket on the break.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
Right wing. Here's Peters. They get it back. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
And when they need it most, they show us some clutch play on both ends of the floor.
They set the pick. Here's Guduric. And he goes in for the dunk.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, B.A.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. 1:49 left to play in the fourth. Pass to Birch. And Birch slams it in.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
Down low. Tipped. And he jams it home with authority.
Just magnificent. I mean, he punishes the D for a lackluster effort.
They look a little disorganized there. The result is an emphatic jam.
Guys, there has to be better rim protection than that. Not very good.
The home team calls timeout. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. He thinks they're still very much in this game, saying it's right there, but it's on us to take care of it. We have to make it happen, hoping to inspire his team here.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Going all the way to the rack. And he lays it in on the break.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And Birch slams it in.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Ball no good. I think a bucket here, Grant, would end this game.
Absolutely. That would put a bow on this one.
And it's Birch missing. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Fournier for 3. Hits the 3-pointer. They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little. I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yeah, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating them to the spot. Well done.
We got to see that one again. That block was all-out effort.
That's exactly what a team needs when they're playing from behind. Energetic defense.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
And that about wraps.
That time. Of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Just 3 to shoot, Bolmaro, and the 3 off target. Fournier, that's for 2. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. There's the pick. Pass to Bolmaro. From past the arc. Launches a 3. They get it again. And at last, they get one to fall.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
And it's Vezenkov missing. Going inside. Pass to Bolmaro. Shields. Beyond the arc. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Shrugs off the contact and dunks it. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
At the line for 1, Sasha.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Petrushev, the pass to Fournier.
Ball is turned over. The ball goes to the away team.
So it's the visitors now. They set the pick. Pass to Bolmaro. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Puts up a 3. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. When I asked him how hard it is to game plan for Paul George, he just chuckled. He said he's one of the hardest guys in the league to guard. I really challenged our team to make sure we're communicating whenever he has the ball. It will be, as always, a team-first approach to slowing down PG-13. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. This is his first free throw of the game. And that one falls for Fournier.
Taking 2 shots.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Shields. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. It's Fournier on the wing. And the layup falls.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
To the left side wing. Here's Balmaro. They grab their own miss. 1:25 left to play here in the first. They get it back. Outside for Mirotic. Pass to Balmaro. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
And it's Vezenkov missing. Vezenkov's gotten just one of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Scooped up. Shields. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. 7 points in the game.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Pass to Papanikolaou.
The ball goes to the away team.
.41 seconds left here in the first quarter. They set the pick. Outside for Mirotic. Hands the shot with nobody near him.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Knocks it loose. Outside Fournier. No good, unable to end this run. Fires from way outside. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. They're up by 10. And we'll get the second. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
You can see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Here's Cozier. Hits the three-point bomb.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Here's Dorsey. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. He gets it in there. 5 points in the game.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Buries it down low. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Covered by Evans. Takes it inside. That one goes. Count it.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Inside. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Out left to the wing. Releases from the wing and drills it.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And he banks in the layup. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Covered by Evans. Doesn't go for him. One-on-one fast break. Here's Peters. A three-pointer is right on target. Peters has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Covered by Evans. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Cuts it 5. The quick look, no good that time.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Off on the layup. Here's Dorsey. Fires from deep. Here's Milutinov. McCormick with the rebound. McCormick's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Covered by Evans. Here's Cozier. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. On Friday, then on Sunday.
First personal foul, first team foul. At the line for your home team.
Free throw good, Dorsey.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he hits both. 1:14 left to play here in the half. The three-pointer, no good. From deep, Evans buries the long-range jumper. Evans has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Covered by Evans. And that one is good. 8 points for him.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Three-pointer. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
No good on that one. And he's good on the second. So it's the visitors now. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Quizier. And he converts the layup.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Peters with the bucket.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
The layup missed. Now Dorsey. Here's Milutinov. And so we conclude the first half. They lead by 13. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Thanks.
Well, they obviously love the three-point shot, but tonight it does not love them back.
You know what, Kenny? When you love something,
All right, fellas. And that is...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Papa Nicolau in at the small forward position. And stolen by Mirotic. Here's Balmora. From downtown. Nice D from Fournier.
Yeah, really unlike him to have this kind of game.
Petrushchev, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Petrushev's got his first points in this one.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Palmaro's shot is off.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
At the line for your home team.
Here's Papanikolaou. Still scoreless. Pass to Vezenkov. Five on the clock. From outside the arc. Here's Papanikolaou. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 5.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Lets it go from deep. Kept alive. Shields drills it from outside.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Pass to Petrushev. Back to Fournier. Here's Papanikolaou. And a miss there on the triple.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And the first one at the line is good. And landing zone fouls have been a part of the rule book for some time now, Coach. It's changed how shooters shoot.
No question, Kevin, and it's a good thing, I think. The NBA needs to protect the shooters. They're doing that. None of us wants injuries that could be prevented. We don't want to see the great shooters just come down and land on somebody's foot and miss 6 to 8 weeks.
Palmarow, the pass to Mirotic, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Mirotic has got his second bucket tonight.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Shields, good on the triple.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Takes a 3. Shot by Papanikolaou, no good.
Yeah, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
And just miss after miss right now.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggle continues.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Shields bangs home the trifecta. He's got 18.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his third triple since halftime.
And it's Vezenkov missing.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Now here's Fournier. Defense right on him. Comes up empty down low.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control. He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
At the tip, Mirotic grabs the miss. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
And so out of bounds it goes. They'll keep possession. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
Fournier passes to Petrushev. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Here's Balmar. The tray. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Delivering the... How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Vazenkov at the power forward. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Well, Stan, I know you made the transition from college to the NBA as a coach and were successful, but how hard is that transition for the players to go from college to the pros?
It's an incredible transition, Kevin. In college, let's think about it. The very best teams may have 2 or 3 NBA caliber players. You know how many NBA players are on NBA teams? 15 of them. And the pace of the game, everything happens faster, so all of your reads and decisions have to happen faster. That's what I think takes the time more than the skills themselves.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. To the left wing. From deep. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Peters misses.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Swiped it away. And they pick up 2. Evans, right side. Ball stolen. To the paint. Banked in off the glass.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Pass to Peters. To halt the run. Drains the three-pointer.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Away team foul. Number 11. 3rd personal foul. 3rd team foul.
First free throw is good.
At the line for your home team, Peters.
And he makes both free throws. In recent history, GA, we've seen some so-called redshirt rookies really thrive in their first season.
Oh, great call, partner. Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid, Chet Holmgren, the latest, were all forced to sit out their first year, but they got to be around the team, soak up as much knowledge as possible, and you can't really argue with the results.
Let's go. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
And the first one drops.
Taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Evans. They're struggling to keep up.
And we'll see if they can turn things around, Kevin. On this trip, they can't continue to come up empty.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Offensive rebound. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Quizair. Off target from outside. Fires from way outside. And that one is stuffed right through.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Fires the three. That shot off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Dorsey. Knocks down the three ball.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Covered by Evans. The offensive rebound. There's 45 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Peters grabs the miss. Now Dorsey. A putback. And another shot. Kicks it out to Evans. Pass to Peters. Missed it, even after all those chances. Here's Evans. McCormick with the rebound. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Quizair. The visiting club takes the win on the road. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a master.
Thank you.